I don't know. Where's Michael? How many general managers can we have in one place at one time?
Hey, there's no Brown Act controls for us. All right.
An existential question there.
There is that.
Okay. So let's see. Poncelay is here. We have a lot of participants. Where is Steve Gross? I think we're waiting for Steve.
Steve Gross is on a phone call as an attendee, so you are not going to hear him.
Oh, okay.
You can't.
Oh, there you are, Steve.
There you go, Steve. You can talk.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we're back out of closed session and we're going to report, Steve is going to report out of closed session for us.
Yes. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in closed session, the board, by motion, a second, and unanimous approval of the 4 directors present, approved a motion that in furtherance of Mr. Hawley's transition towards retirement, and as a matter of a cooperative joint matter, we are the board has, with his consent, relieved him of his day-to-day management and leadership responsibilities. Mr. Hawley will be available to the district for consultation through the end of his employment, which is the end of July. The board, as part of that motion, has appointed Brian Wright as the interim general manager, effective immediately, to last until the district's new general manager begins his employment. And the board also adjusted Mr. Wright's compensation by increasing his base compensation by 5% for a period of 1 month. And that is the action. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Steve. Okay, so we are out of closed session and we have reported. And is there a motion to adjourn the special meeting we opened earlier?
I move that we adjourn the special meeting that we opened earlier.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right, motion and a second. And Steve, do we have to do roll call or can we do thumbs up for this, even though we don't necessarily need a vote to adjourn?
If you hadn't have asked me, I might have let you get away with the thumbs up, but now that you asked, you need a roll call vote.
Okay, got it. All right, we'll do a roll call, please, Steve.
Director Ellis?
You're muted, Bob.
We have Shauna. We do have
Oh.
Shauna on the phone.
Yeah, Shauna can do roll call.
Yeah. Shauna, do you want to carry us on or out?
That would be great.
Or both.
Roll call, Shauna, for adjourning the special meeting, please.
Oh.
She just cut out.
All right, I'll take it. Director Ellis,
Yes.
Director Finn,
Yes.
Director Laliotis,
Yes.
President Bender.
Yes.
Mr. President, the motion passes unanimously. Meeting
Great,
adjourned.
thank you. Thank you. So our special meeting is adjourned. And now we have our regular board meeting of the Truckee Donner Public Utility District. It is approximately 6:07 p.m. Wednesday, June 17th. Shauna, could we have roll call, please?
Thank you. Director Laliotis?
Yes. Here.
Director Ellis?
Yes.
Vice President Finn?
Here.
President Bender?
Here.
The minutes note Joe Aguirre is absent.
Thank you. We're deferring the Pledge of Allegiance, and here we go. General Manager Wright, Interim General Manager Wright. Do we have any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes this evening.
Thank you. All right, now is the time for public input, to provide public input regarding any matter not on the agenda. Is there any public input on any matter not on the agenda tonight?
There has been no emails received and no chats.
Got it. Michael, you're a member of the public now. Do you have any comments?
No comments.
Nice. Good. Okay. Okay, director update. Is there any director update tonight?
I do. I have
Chris-
no director update.
You
Yes.
go ahead.
And actually, I'm going to actually really read it because this was a hard one for me to write. It was difficult and uncomfortable, but so here I am going to read it. I was elected to a seat on this board to help facilitate and speed up our community's transition to 100% renewable energy sources, a step on the way to deeper environmental justice. But there can be no environmental justice without racial justice. And the hard truth is that climate change is raining destruction on Black and brown communities around the world, and we have not been concerned. We overlook the racism that allows communities of color to literally suffocate because of their proximity to power plants and to other fossil fuel infrastructure. There is no doubt that our current policies place a heavier pollution burden on poor communities and communities of color. Protecting the environment must include protecting the lives and health of others. If we cannot cast a net of compassion broad enough to encompass our brown and Black brothers and sisters, how can we hope to engage in the deep ecological healing that needs to occur? Every fight that we enter is really about whom and what to protect, the privileged or the oppressed, the heard or the unheard, those who feel the brunt of environmental impacts or those who don't. We could not have built this system if there were not a class of people that we are willing to exploit, whose health and welfare is dispensable. To connect the dots very explicitly, choosing dirty power is a racist act, and we cannot even opt out of it at this moment in time. We don't have choices to carry us over. This is exactly what institutional and systemic racism is. In the powerful words of Alexandria Villaseñor, she's a 15-year-old founder of the Earth Uprising, we know there is no climate justice without racial justice. The exploitation of Black people is the greatest extractive system of all time. And in order to heal the planet, we must have Black and Indigenous liberation. So I am very clearly speaking from a place of privilege. But my ask today from my fellow board members is that when we have a chance to participate in a board retreat, an opportunity for us to craft policy and goals together, that we include training on racism, privilege, bias, and diversity. Like climate change, there is no simple fix for racism, but also like climate change, that does not excuse us from doing our part in this vital work. So thank you for your attention tonight. That's my statement.
Thank you, Krista. No, really, a big thank you. Tough one to say, and I'm all in. So let's do this.
Yes, let's do this. We can do this.
Yes. Yeah, all right, awesome. Thank you, Krista. Bob, any director update tonight?
Yeah, I just, it's just very emotional for me to see Michael leave. I think Michael Hawley was an excellent leader for the Truckee Donner PUD. I met Michael a little over 8 years ago, and I've learned a lot from him in the last 8 years on management, organization, leadership, and lots of other things. And I think Truckee and the Truckee Donner Public Utility District have really profited from his experiences and his knowledge and his leadership and everything that he's done for this community. I mean, I'm sorry to see him move to Idaho, but I know that's where his heart is. And but overall, I would say he did a fantastic job for this community. He had very organized meetings the whole time we were here. And he was here, and I think it's a great testament. He also brought Pam Hobday in to help us find a new general manager. And I think that's very understated, that he really was a very integral part of our new bringing in a new general manager. And I just think my hat's off to Michael, and hopefully he has a great retirement, enjoys it. And I just hate to see him go, but I totally understand. And that's my statement.
Thank you, Bob. Tony.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, everyone. Just Krista, I appreciate the discourse and the discussion. I really, it's really thought-provoking, and I would like to learn more about that. So I think you're on cue for the first topic of our board retreat. Second, just to follow up with what Bob just discussed, I couldn't agree more with the concept that we wouldn't be where we are today without Michael's foresight and leadership. And I think today's actions supported the notion that this district was more than prepared for this process, or for this transition through the process we went through. And we should all be very proud of ourselves, but more importantly, today we should be proud of Michael and his accomplishments, and wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors, and we shall see him again soon.
Thank you, Tony. We all share this same feeling, the ultimate transition. So really, really excited for that. Really excited for your retirement, Michael. And I'm really excited for the future, that we have some challenges, but we can do it. We can do this. And we're really at an excellent point here in this transition. And I do want to thank Pam. It was painful, but man, we learned a lot. We have come a long ways, and we had our doubts, but we just kept chugging, and support from everyone. And this is, I feel, the ultimate transition, and we're doing it. We're crossing the finish line. So I'm really happy with everything and how we're ending up, and it's awesome. It's rad. So thank you, everyone.
I just real quick want to say that I'm saving my Michael comments for the Michael part of the meeting. It's not that I don't have them.
Excellent. Okay. Wait, did we lose Tony or not? I saw him freeze up a little bit. Oh no, I think he's still on. Okay. All right.
I'm here. Turn off my video.
Copy. All right. Thank you. So, director update. Now we have some special business presentations for MDH and his many years of service. Michael D. Hawley. We've got some special biz for you here. Who is running that presentation? I guess I could swipe. Oh no, it's not in the agenda.
Well, President Bender, we do have a guest here this evening to presentation for honoring Michael's years of service. They're intended to have two. We did receive word that Congressman McClintock would not be able to make it this evening, but we do have our special guest, Supervisor Anderson, who has a presentation this evening. Mr. Anderson.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you, President Bender. And I'll start off by saying thank you to Director Finn for her powerful, heartfelt, and important statement. We all heard it loud and clear, and I personally very much appreciate her thoughts regarding that timely subject and critical subject for our society. It was roughly, I think, 13 years ago when I was asked to serve as a town council member on a committee to find a new general manager for the TDPUD. And that committee, I'm pleased to say, recommended Michael to be the new GM. And my pleasure in that appointment has not diminished one whit since that day. So it is with, frankly, sadness to see Michael leaving the PUD. But also, I have a chance to recognize him for what he's done for our community and for the organization. So the County Board of Supervisors has prepared a certificate of recognition for Michael Hawley, which I will read to you. It's not too dry, and I think it's important to for those members of the public who might be watching this on TTC TV to understand what Michael has done for all of us. So, and apologies, I don't have it memorized. I'm going to be reading a number of paragraphs for you. So this is a certificate of recognition, General Manager, Truckee Donner Public Utility District, Michael Hawley. The Nevada County Board of Supervisors takes great pleasure in recognizing Michael Hawley for over 12 years of dedicated service to the Truckee Donner Public Utility District and members of the public. An accomplished professional engineer, both in civil and mechanical engineering, Michael served concurrently as the General Manager and Water Utility Director. During Michael's leadership, the district's debt decreased and financial reserves increased substantially, thereby improving the fiscal stability of the district and allowing it to maintain competitive rates for the public. Michael managed water resources by leveraging best practices, science-based decision-making, and inclusive and collaborative processes. The district partnered with community leaders on the Legacy Trail, Brickletown, Envision DPR, Truckee Wetlands Restoration, and the Donner Lake Rim Trail. The district also played a lead role in developing the Martis Valley Groundwater Management Plan and assisting with the federal Truckee River Basin Study. During his tenure, TDPUD water production was reduced by more than 30% through aggressive capital investments and a commitment to water conservation. Electric resources were transformed from over 90% coal-based to approximately 66% renewables today, percentage that is expected to grow to 75% by 2022. Through collaborative partnerships, Michael helped lead renewable and carbon-free projects that included the Horse Butte Wind, Pleasant Valley Wind, Vejo Heat Recovery, and Red Mesa Solar Plant. Michael led in the development of the TDPUD's mission and value statements while also implementing the district's missions of providing reliable, high-quality water and electrical power services while meeting customer demand and managing resources in a safe, open, and responsible manner at the lowest practical cost across every facet of the organization. Through his guidance, the TDPUD implemented an innovative transition process that allowed for the successful recruitment of a new general manager while allowing for a smooth transition of leadership and positioning the district for continued success as a public utility. Therefore, it is with great pleasure that the Nevada County Board of Supervisors thanks and congratulates Michael Hawley for over 12 years of dedicated service to the Truckee Donner Public Utility District and the ratepayers of its service area. Signed, Heidi Hall, Chair, Edward Schofield, District 2, Susan Hook, Dan Miller, District 3, Susan Hook, District 4, Richard Anderson, District 5. Michael, congratulations again.
Supervisor Anderson, thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
It's my pleasure. And I've just learned this evening that you're going off to Idaho. I hope you fish.
There's good fishing here.
Anyway, Michael, take care. Best wishes to you and your family. And And hopefully you will be a visitor to our community every now and then.
I plan to. Thank you very much.
Excellent. My pleasure. Take care, board. Good seeing you all.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Richard.
Okay.
Thank you, Supervisor.
Okay. Krista, if there's an opportunity to talk regarding Michael,
Okay.
would you like
Well,
to do that?
my statements were very similar to Richard's. Actually, I was, sincerely, I just want to say, Michael, thank you so much for your leadership. In my opinion, the PUD is the most vital district in this town. And nothing can happen without the PUD turning on the lights and the water. And when you arrived in this district, I think we were in a little bit of disarray. But your tenure has been transformative. A lot of the things, same things that Richard pointed out. Our financial standing right now, it's solid. Our physical assets have been improved and expanded. Our rates have remained exceptionally low, and our renewable portfolio went from hardly anything to over 66% today. By any measure, you are leaving everything better than you found it. And that is a real accomplishment. And I personally want to thank you for sharing your deep knowledge, your informed perspectives, and for your patience over this past year and a half. Not to mention setting the table for a smooth and successful transition with a focus on our values. You are leaving us really solidly positioned to do whatever we need to do. And as we know, these are interesting times. So we're going to meet the challenges of the moment and the solutions for the future. So I'm most grateful for all that you have done to put us in this position. So thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you, Krista. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Krista. Bob, any additional thoughts on this matter? You did share it earlier, but you can have some time to share a little more if you'd like.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that Michael's leadership was like Supervisor Anderson said, transformational. He did an incredible job. The employees at the PUD are paid very well for their jobs now, and not like they weren't before, but they're doing very well. And also he looked out for the interest of the district the whole time he's been here. Every time I worked with him on some project we were working with, he was looking to save money for either the district or the consumers or the ratepayers and just make it all worthwhile. Even, Gray's Crossing, the refinance projects that we did at various Melrose properties, that was all very positive and very helpful to the community. So all I can say is congratulations to Michael for his retirement, and I hope he enjoys it and just enjoys everything up there. And that's it.
Well, thank you, Bob. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Bob. Tony, you're up.
I'm up. Yeah, just to add on to some of the things I said earlier, accomplishments are what can be one of the most important things people are remembered for. But at the same time, you can also gauge your success by looking at the things that didn't happen and the positions that you put yourself in to avoid issues. So I agree with Bob. Michael always had the district and its ratepayers in the first and foremost position, and by pushing to keep that idea fresh and and at the front of all of the decision-making processes, not only saved the district a lot of money, but saved the district a lot of time and energy in areas where we probably could have spent a lot of time and effort, trying to defend our position or argue a position. Anyways, the point is that accomplishments, besides accomplishments, sometimes it's actually what the district didn't have to accomplish. That's also a success. So I appreciate Michael's perseverance and pushing the district in that direction all the time. Although I do want to recognize a couple of the accomplishments, operating the district through one of the most severe droughts in California, and allowing the conservation programs to start before that and accompany the drought situation and put the district in a position to be successful in that realm and reduce its water production so significantly. Good foresight, good awareness, and good ability to predict and put emphasis and time and money into what things are important, even though they may have not been at the forefront of our minds at the time. The last thing is, I think Supervisor Anderson pointed out a lot of key projects in town that the district partnered with the town and other agencies on. And just driving through town, it's so refreshing to see all of the improvements that all of the agencies here have collaborated on, and the district has been a partner in over the years. It's really refreshing to see these positive changes in our community and our infrastructure. So congratulations, Michael. You earned it, and we wish you the best of luck.
Tony, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony. And thank you, Michael. We're here at the finish line. I'm having a hard time just not smiling because of the hard work setting us up for success. This is what it really looks like, and bringing on Pam to help us through this process. I will forever remember setting the table and putting us in. And I love the thought experiments as well. Einstein used to do them, and you would just run through all the different options, positive, negative options, what's best for our ratepayers in the district, and taking us through all that. So I just want to wish you the best of luck for your retirement. I'm really happy and excited that we're here. Looking back, a lot of accomplishments, and now we are set up, the bricks and mortar, to really stand up higher and really accomplish the visions of the district that we have all worked so hard for, determined the values of now, and really reach for the sky. So it's a super exciting time. Again, wish you the best of luck for retirement. Envious. I still got to keep working, and so here we are. Thank you.
Jeff, you will get there soon. So, but thank you for your comments. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Here we are. Special business. I think, are there any other? Steve, we should probably do some public comment, huh?
Yes, you should. You should eventually get there.
Yeah, we should eventually get there.
When it's appropriate, I wouldn't mind having the mic for a moment or two.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Pass it on. You now have the mic, Mr. Gross.
I have the mic, so to speak. Mr. Hawley, it's been a wonderful journey. It's been a pleasure working with you, working for you, working by your side. I like to say that I'm a lifelong learner, and always learning and always willing to take a lesson. I didn't think I'd learn quite as many lessons, though, from one person in such a short period of time. You've taught me so much. You never cease to amaze me with your strategy, your deep thought, your ability to look forward, not always around every corner, but your ability to look forward and to run every action and decision down that trap line. You've operated the district in just an exemplary fashion. Suffice it to say, it is not an easy job. It can be lonely at the top. And I'm sure that you had your days and hours and maybe longer of loneliness at the top, and yet you never let it show. You never lost your way. You never lost your confidence, and you never lost your faith. You never lost your faith in the people around you, the people that work for the district, the customers, the community, your partners. And for that, the district, the ratepayers, and the community are all stronger for your service. They truly are. It might sound trite, but in this case, I think it truly, truly is the case. And our relationship, of course, is one of trust and confidence, and one that neither can take lightly or take for granted. Like any relationship, it takes work, hard work sometimes, to get through it. And you stuck there, and you've helped develop our relationship. And not only have you made the district, the ratepayers, and the communities better, but I think you've made me better too. And for that, I thank you. I wish you all the success and happiness that retirement and life in Idaho has to bring, with Katie and your family and your friends and your community. And we will sorely miss you here in Truckee, and I hope that it's not forever goodbye. I hope our paths cross again, Michael. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you, Steve. I do appreciate that, and I have learned a lot from you over these years. It's been a two-way street on learning and teaching, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Brian and Joe, you guys hang out with Michael all the time, so I don't know if you want to say something now. I don't want to put you on the spot, but Joe, you muted.
I'm happy to say a few words tonight too. I just appreciate how eloquent everybody has been in describing what Michael has done, and I would completely agree with those comments. Thank you so much, Vice President Finn and Directors Laliotis and Bender and Ellis, for what you've said, and for Council Gross, your words were spot on, exactly right. But I think one thing that none of you mentioned was, in addition to all those other things, I think part of Michael's legacy, the biggest part to me, is really the people that are now at the district are an excellent team, and Michael has had a big hand in putting that team together. So if the team at the district, the people at the district are the finest group of people that I've seen in my 22 years, and my hat is off to Michael for making that happen, for putting this team in place. We have a fine team, and they will excel. I appreciate great choice in making Brian interim general manager. I know he's going to do a great job, and for laying the foundation for Rem to join us very soon. So Michael, thank you for doing that. That is truly from my heart. Thank you for putting that in place and doing all the work to make this just a great group of people at the district. That's a fantastic legacy that you should be extremely proud of. And I want to thank you for all personally how much you have taught me, and I wish you all the success in your new life together, or new life with your family. And I hope that our paths cross again in the future. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Joe. I've appreciated working with you, and I wish you the best of luck. but I noticed by your background, you're not on vacation yet. Why are you still at home?
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to leave tonight, and then my dear wife said, no, we're going to leave at 4:30 in the morning. So we're leaving very soon. In fact, if you look really close behind me on the bed, there's piles of stuff to pack. So it'll be soon. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Joe. Brian.
Wow, you all left nothing left on the table. So many accomplishments, operationally, resource management wise, staff development. I want to really echo all of those, and in particular, what Steve Gross mentioned. You go into a working relationship, expecting it to be that, and you end up with. I've been here 7.5 years and have learned so much. Steve mentioned strategy, foresight, looking down the road. We're all water utility operators in some form or fashion, or electric utility operators in some form or fashion here at the PUD. But the small things, looking out ahead of this. And so, thank you, Michael, for that. That has been a tremendous pleasure working with you. And as everyone stated here, your impacts will be recognized and felt for many years to come. And your final project here with the district was providing an opportunity and environment where we could recruit a high quality general manager to relieve you of your duties here next month. And so a great legacy to leave behind with the district and with the community. And so thank you and all the best of luck. We will have a chance to see you again before you are completely relieved of your relationship here with the district. But as everyone has stated, I echo, we hope to see you many times in the future. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian.
Pam, did you want to say anything?
Well, I get an opportunity to have dinner with Michael, so he's going to have to listen to a lot at dinner. So he has to prepare for that. The only thing I want to leave just tonight, echoing what everyone has said, but Michael, what I loved so much about the time we have spent together. But I know you'll recognize this quote. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. And so, Michael, you have been through 100 battles. And your strategy, as Steve said, the strategy of always making sure your people have been fine and protected and are still growing will stay with me for a lifetime.
Well, thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. I also appreciate the reference to the art of war.
Yeah, one of our mutual favorite books.
Thank you very much, Pam. We don't have much, but we do have Rem. Did you want to say anything, Rem? We are allowing public comment, and
Yeah.
you are
I'm in the in-between place, right?
Yeah.
I think, Michael, congratulations, sir. From one general manager to another, you have laid a fantastic foundation, and I don't think this was probably the meeting I wanted to come to. When you look at your accomplishments, sir, that sets a fantastic mark for us to continue to reach for, and a path that I look forward to accepting the baton and carrying forward. As the outsider in this whole situation, I can attest to the strength of this organization internally and externally, and that is in no small measure due to your excellence, sir. And I look forward to matching that excellence and carrying it forward so the legacy is not lost. Thank you for your service, and congratulations on your retirement, and good luck, brother. Roll on.
Well, thank you, Rim. And I appreciate what you said, and I wish you the best of luck, and I know you're going to do a great job.
Thank you.
Wow. I think we've crossed the finish line. This is it. This is what it looks like. Amazing. A lot of hard work to get to this point. So really appreciate everybody here on this call, executive leadership team, the whole staff of the PUD, all our board members. So thanks for thank you everyone for getting us here. All right, so there we are.
Hey, Jeff, should you check to see if there's any other public comment or emails?
There's nothing on Q&A. Shauna, did you get any emails?
Let me just check 1 second, sir.
Okay, standing
No
by.
email. Thank you.
Got it. So public comment is closed. We've had our director updates and some excellent stories and special business here for Michael. There's no action on this, so I think we're good. We can move on. Am I good on that? Thumbs up from Mr. Gross. Excellent. All right, so everyone, we have 3 items on the consent calendar tonight, 8, 9, 10, and 11 for some, Ian's going to be busy here with some thin client PCs, switch redundant fiber access for phase 5, and consideration of a contract with HR. We've got a Mike Salmon item on there for extending the contract for HR consulting. And then ACWA for affirming REM's position as the, where is it, Region 3 role for REM's position at ACWA. So confirming that. So is there any director comments or questions on any, or desire to pull any of the consent?
I'd like to make a motion to accept the consent calendar.
Thank you, Bob. I'd like to just interject. Is there any public input on the consent calendar? I'm seeing nothing in Q&A. Shauna, was there any emails, or are there any emails?
No, sir.
Okay, we have a motion from Director Ellis.
I'll second.
And a second from Tony. Shauna, could we have roll call, please?
Absolutely. Director Ellis?
Yes.
Director Lalio?
Yes.
Vice President Finn?
Yes.
President Bender?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, consent calendar done. Okay, we have a treasurer's report. Approval of the treasurer's report of fund balances for the month ended April 2020. Is there a motion?
I move approval.
I'll second that.
Okay, Shauna, could we have roll call, please, on the treasurer's report?
Thank you. Director Laliotis?
Yes.
Director Ellis?
Yes.
Vice President Finn?
Yes.
President Bender?
Yes.
The motion passes 4-0.
And no emails or Q&A on that one.
No, sir.
Okay, we're missing Joe. Joe, we miss you.
Do.
Approval of the disbursements for May 2020.
I move to pay the bills.
I'll second that.
Okay. I'm going to give that one to Krista, Tony.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's not a contest, my friends.
Right. So we have a motion and a second to approve the bills that have already been paid, as Joe would say. Shauna, could we have roll call, please?
Laliotis?
Yes.
Director Ellis?
Yes.
Vice President Finn?
Yes.
President Bender?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's the last item on the agenda. MDH.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you, everyone. And I wish all of you the best of luck. And I know it's really not luck, but that's what people say. It's skill, and that's your driving force that's going to lead the district forward. So I'm looking forward to hearing good things about you.
Thank you, Michael. We've made it. We've crossed the finish line. Here we are. And B-Dub, you've got the reins. Water and power, baby. Here we are. Let's do this. So, all right. So the next item is adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion by Bob, second by Tony, and Shauna, roll call, please.
Director Ellis,
Yes.
Director Laliotis,
Yes.
Vice President Penn,
Yes.
President Bender.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And this meeting is adjourned.
Good night.
Congratulations,
Good night,
Michael.
everybody.
Good night, all.
Congratulations.